Number 5 of the GCSE 1 to 9 paper 2H January 2018. Complete the table of values of y equals x squared minus x minus 6. First, let us assign the shape of this function, and since you have x squared, therefore it's a quadratic function. Now, in order for you to fill on the table, you have to replace the value of x in here, and then you can find y. And you can use your calculator because it's a 2H paper. So let's write the first one. Y is equal to, I'm choosing minus 2 squared. You have to keep the brackets, so minus 2 is inside the brackets, and then you raise it to the power 2 minus 2 minus 6. Evaluating it, you will get 0. So the same thing you do for the rest, and these are the numbers that you're going to get. Continuing to number B, to part B. On the grid, draw the graph y equals x squared minus x minus 6 for the values of x from minus 3 to 3. So they already gave you the x and y plane. So you just fill in the points. So this here is a point, let's say, assume that it's point A, whose x is minus 3 and the y is 6. So you look at minus 3 and then 6, so this is point A. You don't actually need to name them, you just have to pinpoint the numbers on the grid, and then you connect, you pinpoint the points on the grid using their coordinates, and then you connect the points together like that. I'm going to give you one more example. So let us choose this point. This point, if we call it B, whose x is 1 and the y is minus 6. So I have 1 for x and minus 6 for y. This is point B. And then you connect the points together and you will have this shape for the quadratic equation. Part C, they want you to use the graph to find an estimate. So use your graph to find the estimates of the solution of the equation. So in order to find the estimates for the solution, it means you have to use the graph. And this equation here is of the form, the quadratic equation that you drew, which is y equals to minus 2. So in order for you to find estimates of solutions for this, which is actually y equals y, because it's y of the quadratic function, and here it's the y of the line that intersects this quadratic function. You have to draw this line whose equation is y equals minus 2. So the line y equals minus 2 is a line which is parallel to the x-axis and has the y-intercept as minus 2. So this is your line. Now when you see that here you have the two equations equals to each other, it means they want the points of intersection between the quadratic function and the line that you drew. So the 2 points are these points of intersection. You just draw with your ruler a line, vertical line, that is parallel to the y-axis. Where it meets the x-axis would be your first solution, and we do the same for this point. You draw a line which is vertical to the perpendicular to the x-axis, parallel to the y-axis, and you will get the second solution, which is the value of this x. So let us estimate. We have, this is minus 1, and you have 1, 2, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so you can say that this is minus 1.6, your first intersection, or your first solution, and this is 2 1 2 3 4 5, so this is 2.5. These are the estimates of the solution of the intersection points between the curve, which is the quadratic formula, and the line, which is whose equation is y equals -2.